FNCS Party Royale, so I'm gonna go into it, and it says at big screen, so I'm gonna at big screen on TikTok and see if he replies. Where's my phone? I'm gonna see if big screen replies. Yeah, what fun should I do? Rockstar. Which I'm gonna get to big screen, and then I'm gonna do a TikTok on bruh at big screen. At big screen FNCS now. Oh yeah, one person. Didn't even realize how old that one person. Oh, it's Eve. Hi, Eve. Eve, I appreciate that you're in the streams all the time. Wait, let me just make a quick PlayStation party real quick. What we got? Okay, the big screen. Am I right? Am I right? Oh yeah, that's definitely it. There's definitely something on that big screen. Let's go, boys.
He can look for elimination, allows him that opportunity to find these rotations as well. You see just bouncing away through the crash pads. Doesn't have to worry about it. Squeeze is going to fall there in the feed.
Oh,
that's
it's FNCS.
Note there because we talked about it. We hyped him up. Falling down before that 40th placement threshold as well. He's not going to end on a lot of points. Question is, how many points can Froggy end up on? How many points can the rest of the lobby end up on as this game continues to go on? We see Kiriachi, we see Mongrel, we see Letwick there in your screen as well. And Froggy looks to have taken high ground with that. The shots go through. He's going to get that player down to low HP. It's Cammy going down. What a huge pickup there by Froggy, but he's not done yet. There's another player on the other side. So he does disengage, so he does have mats to build around with and to just drop down layers if he wants to. It seems he's content on focusing around high ground.
Yeah, and Benji and Hen also picking up a pair of elims there in the feed as we close in on the next placement threshold. It'll be top 30, and then every 5 players going down. Storm Surge will also turn off his top 30, and we're closing in on it. There it is. Scouts picking up a pair to make sure he gets there. That's ADN and Diablo, who we saw yesterday going down. Thomas also goes down, and then Become Legends Rifle picks up Benji Fishy. Deceptos ends up getting Skite as well going down there. Lechy picking up Styler, but we're still on board here with Quartz Froggy, and we saw how much work he can do on the mid-ground tarp here, and he's continuing to run through with that charge shotgun, picks up Scouts as well, and we're in through another placement threshold. So this is what happens as we start getting in the moving circles. All the action for it, so keep an eye. Flois all the way up on the high ground. Kiko has priority on the low ground, and then everyone else is the tarp in between. But Hen and Reason are still up on the mid-tarp.
I think Flois was able to pick up that shockwave launcher from what it looked like. He may have used the crash pad to take it, but Mongrel, I believe, going to fall there on the backside. Rezon still in this game, getting eliminations. Hid, thing on 4. A lot of materials left. Carrot picking up 3 eliminations there on the backside. As shots come through on the Hid, he is going to be able to block it off. And the capitalization there on the Snazy will realize already losing HP. Kensel going to take down a player there as well. Anas going to fall. Lois does have what it seems like a crash pad to maintain high ground, but Bad Sniper coming up. Decepto's coming up as well. Everybody is coming up for high ground. Rezon just trying to make it through.
And everyone pushing for the high ground right now, but not necessarily paying attention to what's going down the low ground where people are cleaning up on eliminations. You have Flois in your top right, Froggy in your bottom right, everyone else on the wide. You can see Flois is up on that ultimate high ground. Deceptos and Hen down on that low ground with Rezon just above them. Froggy waiting for his opportunity, but keep an eye on the number of builds because we're getting down to the final one. Flois going to pick up an elimination there, and he's doing a really good job at just maintaining that high ground control as we're closing in on our top 5. One more player will go down, and then it's all about getting to the top 3. Boom, we have it. Letwick, Bad Sniper, Froggy, Hen, and Flois, top 5 in game number 1.
And Flois looking to close it out 4 eliminations, but Froggy down below, you cannot count him out yet. He is right there. If he takes down Flois from below, that'll be so huge for him because he will get that shockwave launcher, get that mat refresh. Letwick's very, very low. More likely going to be edited down. The shots come through, but no, Flois going to be one to take it down. Froggy gets down Hid. In the meantime, 1v1, Froggy versus Flois. The shockwave launcher up above. Froggy trying to dodge him. Flois sending him down. He's trying but
Pretty
he's
sure
running out of
one
match.
of the
15
top
mils
shockwave
remaining, and
launcher. Yes,
Froggy
one
does
of the
not look
top
like he's
shockwave
stopping
launcher.
anytime soon.
What
Way
can
out
you
the
do
zone,
with it?
taking some damage, gonna shockwave himself
Oh!
down. Little Mitro classic. The shotgun does come through. The shockwave is gonna send him flying. Shots come through. Lois is gonna get the beam, and he
What
takes
a
down
win!
Froggy for the victory royale.
What a win!
Really, really good job
What
from Flawless,
a
executing on the
absolute
top-down push with the
W.
mythic weaponry, but more importantly, showing the versatility of that shockwave launcher, launching himself down and then finding a gap to launch the opponent out, tracking him, and picking it up with the AR. Match
What a
number 1 is
W.
done. Fury Flawless taking home the victory royale,
Look
but
at all
we'll see
those
where the
bro.
leaderboard shakes out. We're going to toss it back on over to Zeke, Shayo, and Bala.
Man, a strong start here in EU, really coming
Oh,
out
yeah, 'cause
with a
of
nice
the
flow.
pandemic,
Flowis finding himself to Victory Royale.
have to be
Guys,
home.
this final fight between Froggy and Flowis, both players walk into that 1v1 with 5 eliminations. The Elim and the Victory Royale is going to be that 4-point swing. This is gonna be a good tone setting for the rest of the competition.
We saw it in every region, right? 1 point matters, and that's a 4-point difference for that win and the Elim. The coolest thing, though, to me was the versatility for Flawless and how he was playing every single engagement differently and using his entire kit to be able to hold
this is the
overall
first game.
in Europe right now.
This is the
6
first game,
eliminations,
chat. This is
20
good.
points, and that victory royale.
We get to watch.
Yeah, but there's also other people lurking near too, and with only the first game, don't forget there's 6. People are starting to establish
there's
themselves.
6
I
games,
see Hen in third
yes,
place
20
right now with
points,
15
second,
points, a
16,
sign that he could
15,
actually
13,
be on that
12,
hot
11,
streak. Hen, a very
11,
hot and
10,
cold player.
11.
Letwick, though, played significantly well yesterday,
Oh,
and he's there
Elims,
again in towards the
and then
top
Victor
placements,
Royals.
and also with a couple Elims to put himself in 4th place, but Kinzel too.
I rate that
and then the rest
game
of this,
an
I think, is
EO,
kind of
10.
maybe a little different than what we might expect in towards the end of the day. You have Carrot, you had Deceptos, you had a Nas.
I rate all
mean,
the
there are
points
some of these
of
guys who
either
have the
team. I
potential to
rate
win
those
for
points 5
sure,
out of
but
10.
I don't know if that's quite it yet.
Yeah,
I
think
rate
at
this.
the top, I mean, obviously this is such a
On
strong
my notes,
start.
man.
20
I
points
rate
for
this.
Flawis.
I rate my
Now he's
stream
off the
on it.
line, but he needs to take that next step and turn this into a full-on sprint toward the end. Is this the momentum he needs to do
Oh,
this?
these
though?
Mongrel. Oh, we
Yeah,
have a
I mean,
little
for
bit
all
of
the people over
Mongrel
here,
right
that's the
there.
same kind of question, right?
There's
If you haven't seen the standings
Mongrel,
leaderboard before,
Mongrel,
the eliminations are the total overall over the 6 games we're playing, as well as the points. So
I
that's the
rate
combination
those
of the
a
placement
6.
and elims these guys have. So Letshi got 5 points of placement
Oh,
that game in
bench
22nd
fishy?
place, and 2 eliminations. That's 1 point each. But for these
That's
guys,
one to
they're kind of sitting
at
at 30th place. They don't have to go
Letshi.
for a top 25 anymore. No one has to go for top 50.
I'm
Everyone
only
here is
noticing,
focused
like,
on
the
that
beginners.
win,
I'm
and
not-
they're
I
just
don't
slightly
really watch
behind.
most
Still,
scores.
though, really hot off the gate.
Like, I don't.
Yeah,
really
there's a
watch
lot of
my
different
own
things
content.
that people have to
That
figure
was
out on this
supposed
first
to
game. There are a lot of things and changes to what people might have been expecting. The plans
Oh, yeah,
that you
people have
talked
got those,
earlier
so they can go
about how
to
these
the
guys are all
next
starting to do their research and
Oh,
whatnot.
onto the thing.
It shifts a little bit in
Oh.
grand finals. People start to make decisions and play with the mind a
Those
little bit of
guys are
each other
so
to
No, they're
force things
3 out
that
of 10.
you might not be
No,
comfortable
they're
with.
a 5 out of 10.
A
No,
lot of that
they're
is
a
going to dictate
6 out of 10.
that drop
Nah,
spot,
they're
right?
10 out
And
of
how
10.
that could, I mean, we're talking about 100
No,
of the
they're
very best in the world. If I'm
Yeah.
going somewhere and my peer is going
I
somewhere that I'm used to
know,
playing with and
that
against,
too.
that is going to
I
dictate
know
my
he-
play and theirs.
I know he was in the World Cup. He
I mean,
was
it
a
always starts from
captain
the
for
early
World
game, right?
Cup.
Just in general,
Not
the entire
captain, just
tournament,
the
from
thing,
game
yeah.
number 1, your mentality
And
is
then
set
I'm
in
not
if
sure
you do
about
well,
those two.
if you do bad, and now everyone has different expectations.
And
If you're
maybe
like
know
Clovis,
that
you're at the
they're
top spot. You guys mentioned it. Now it's a game of endurance, of holding it and not faltering when things go bad.
And in the grand finals, we have seen tournament after tournament. Being uncontested increases your chances of winning tournaments by tenfold, if not more than that. So being uncontested means you have nobody landing with you. You might be familiar with landing in a hot spot. You don't want to be doing that in grand finals or in set lobbies at
Oh,
all.
Savage?
Yeah, the opposite of that is contested
Savage
when someone
ones,
is
yo.
there. And Mr. Savage and Noah
I
Riley
used to want
are
to
side
put
by
two
side at the
people on
yacht on the northern side of the map. 2 other big
No
names all the way
one
at Slippery
wants
Swamp,
Slurpee.
Kiriachi, and then
Really?
Benji Fish.
Really, no one wants Slurpee.
Noah Riley was not supposed to go to the yacht with Mr. Savage. Mr. Savage had
I
thought that
know.
he had done
Benji was
enough to force nobody to land with him throughout the heats. But you know what changes now
Oh,
for
yeah, of
Benji
course.
is that
Of course
Noah
Benji
was going to be landing in the same main
Bruh, I hate
building.
it
And
when
of course,
people go
Noah
up on
did
the
not
screen.
want to
I'll
do
keep
that
doing
challenge.
the
One of the
game.
best players in the world at Offspawn Fighting
If
did
Felix
not want to
Slurpee is such a
challenge
great
Benji
person,
whatsoever. He'll leave what success he had throughout the qualifiers to end up going against Mr. Savage?
I mean, now it's going to be even harder, I think, for Noah Riley all the way up at the yacht. For Benji, even freer. But how did that look in game number 1, right? We're talking about these names, and we missed one of the biggest ones from the first game, Flois, who ended up getting the Shockwave loot.
Pause on there. Definitely going to invite him.
He got to this spot, but it doesn't matter. He'll grab it anyways, and he's even contested the Orchard. So all I said, Zeke, about being contested, reducing your chances of winning in grand finals, kind of shifts when you see what Flois just did, and it doesn't matter where you land. You could always stumble across Kid's Shockwave launcher.
There's a thing at
This is kind of like talking about the quality of the players we're seeing, right? Like, yes, of course, we have mythic items to play around, but for someone like Flois, it's like if he's going to walk up and he's going to take a fight and eliminate you, and that loot's just going to be put in his hands, it's like, okay, I'm already good. You're just giving me that loot and now making me an 11.
Yeah, and also to think about other people who usually have that opportunity to make it through. There was a lot of the big names. I mean, Janus fell off spawn, which you did not expect.
Wait, Kyle, you're watching my stream?
With 2 players who play kind of passively in that. You got sniped. There was also a number of different people who fell in the mid game.
3.
Yeah, I mean, the big thing and the number 1 word for all these players right now is momentum, right? Flois finding that Shockwave launcher gives them a bunch. Janus getting taken out, as Bala just mentioned, stops the momentum overall, right? So in game number 2, these guys have to find a way to rev their engines faster and then get ahead of everyone else with momentum.
Oh, man, a lot of momentum here to start the day. Now, guys, I do want to continue, but I'm getting word the games are ready. So let's get ready to hop into game number 2 here of the Fortnite Champion Series.
Just try it, because you haven't tried it in ages. Well.
Thank you so much, Zeke, Shio, and Bala. And I mean, I'm just so excited to see, because I'm a personal fan, or like I'm an advocate for the fact that game 1 is a nice way to set the tone, but you really get an idea of how the leaderboard and how the lobbies are going to play after game 2, because particularly with solos, it's about consistency and who's able to turn over a performance from one game to the next and continue it rolling, and you're really able to see that going down in the second match.
And into the third as well. If you're able to bounce back into that third and you really submit yourself at the top, you got a chance in that 4th, 5th, and 6th game to really turn online. Benji, somebody who definitely needs to turn online, but Savage is going to go down to Noah Riley in the feed. So the contestant happened, and Savage unfortunately falling. Looks like Benji is trying to take down Kiriachi in the time being.
Yeah, Benji trying to set up one of those ambushes here on the side. You can see him trying to pick up Kiriachi as he's going right for those slurp jugs. He is going to find the initial burst shots there, opting not to use that sniper rifle, and instead closing the gap on him as fast as possible. We'll see if he's able to get it. White Tax coming through, using the tac shotgun and the high rate of fire to push through the box. And well done, Benji. We talked about the contestant over there, and he says, 0 out of 10 for the effort. The Russian judge doesn't even give him a point. Benji taking it down there, and that's 2 elims right off of the start for him there. You can see in the bottom left-hand corner, the 2 most contested areas are Rig and Salty Springs, each with 5+ players right now. So a lot of space being pushed out, and it's interesting to see 5 players in Salty. I mean, effectively, you're all taking one house of loot and saying, I hope this is enough.
Yeah, I don't know why 5 players are there. I think it has to do something with Rezon. He scared everybody away from Holly, Hedges, anybody that normally landed in that path. He said, no, I'm just going to go try my chance at Salty there. As we are now over to the Fortia. This is Mongraal, and he's been dropping here for a while.
So
we know that. But he does not have Ocean's Burst AR and Ocean's Bottomless Tug Jug. Someone else may have snagged it from him, and with his aim, and with what he can do with it, that Mythic Burst AR is so good here from him. It looks like he's not going to need it now. He's going to get some tags going into this slide. That player going to have to back out. Mongraal, though, not going to let him do it. He's got to be careful. He is running out of AR ammo, but he says, you know what? Who needs an AR? I got a shotgun and a crash pad. I'm going into the box. He is going to miss the jump a little bit, almost deploying a crash pad there, but the continued pressure as he's keeping up is trying to keep this player from going any higher, and it's Smudge just trying to get away. He's got a little sliver of HP, but Mongraal going to get in the box and do that Mongraal classic and get the elimination.
And he had to
Mongrel
resolve
in
that
the
fight
big
right away,
screen.
because even picking that up with the additional match drop, now only has 52 materials. And while he is in the zone, since it did pull towards that south side, he's going to need to find it. And with so many other players around this area, it's going to be
Wait, for
really
a
hard
victory, you
to
get
max out
14
quickly. But now,
points.
let's hop on board with our match number one
Holy
winner.
crap.
As you can see, the format in the right-hand side, each elimination being worth a point. You can see once you get into that top 10, you'll have 8
Oh, is
placement
this the guy
points
that won
going
last
through,
time?
all the way up to 14 for first. Then you can see 11 through 15th is 7.
If you're
16th
40
through
to
20th
50,
is
you
6.
still get
It's
2
the
points.
intervals of 5, then the intervals
if
of
you're
10, and of course,
then
you
if
get that
you're
first placement
51st,
point
then
after the
you're
first 25 players have
then you
gone
get
down. So
1
still,
point.
plenty of players who need to drop here, which generally is a little slower from EU. You'll typically see a little more aggression going on. However, as you get further and further on
Wait,
in
where
the
did you
tournaments,
just
the
get
stakes
shot from?
and the players become that much more difficult to fight against, and it's really hard to confidently take an early fight, as we have Rax and the Costa Rican Sebi in a battle over here.
Ooh, and Rax on the back foot
Yeah,
already. Though
Williams
this is that
Rax
weather
up
station
near
just
Cutty.
above Caddy. A
Looks
Sebi
like
going in.
3
The shots
Cutty.
are going to go through. He's going to get the initial damage, and he's going to follow up with the AR. The crowd scramming is going
Sebi.
to pay off for him. The elimination comes through, but now the question posed for Sebi is, can he go get Hit's loot? Can he go get the Shockwave launcher and that charged shotgun, or will he settle for some of the Volt loot?
And generally, that's the goal. It's to go through, get whatever you can from the weather station, resolve a fight there, and then head down and hopefully pick up the remnants of whatever happened at Caddy Corner. But now we're going to swing on over to Authority, where we have Letwick. We're in match number 1. He was able to steal away that mythic glider grapple gun and just kind of rotate out. But now, match number 2, you can see Hardfind over on the side, and Hardfind looking to set up a trap and a bait. And we've seen this before a number of times, particularly around that vault area, where there are some areas you can't build. Players look to have just an immediate drop, but Letwick is set up really well in terms of his close quarters combat.
I'm going to go back into a PlayStation party with
He has 3
Mr. Cow.
for an ambush here in a second, but right now, both players just farming up.
And it seems like they're respecting each other's areas of this Authority. They kind of know, hey, he's going to be over here. I can tell by how he's looted. I know Letwick's going to be in this side because I know how he looted from Hardfind's perspective. But what's concerning about this is the players that are around. Carrot is there as well. You got 2 other players on the side. But Letwick is playing this very well. He's hitting some things, and then he's standing still. Because that's how the henchmen act. If they walk around, sometimes they'll hit stuff
It's
in
the
their way, and
FNCS
then they'll stand
finals.
still as you see one moving there.
Or
On the other
FNCS
side, we've got
grand
Wolfies,
finals.
who's in a fight against the Marauders. Hopefully he's able to get out of those.
Oh,
Marauders
Marauders.
very, very potent.
If
They
you
shoot
watch
they
the
throw
bigger
things at
throwback
you,
cup,
and they just will
the
try to
Marauders
eliminate you at
moved
all
to my
costs. And
game.
they've got very, very good aim, especially with that hunting rifle there in the inventory of the Deadeye Marauder. Wolfies is pretty low, but he's got Ardent pretty low as well, 150 HP. Now the Marauders are coming in here. The third party this
Wait,
fight.
it looks
Sometimes the
really
third party
goofy.
does not always have to be an actual player. It can be the AI. And this is really good for Wolfies. He's allowing the Marauders to go after this player and go after him for him and get the initial damage. But if he goes in, he's got to be careful. He can't look to go in right away with all these Marauders around. If he doesn't do any damage to him, they're going to be very, very, very hard to build through and walk through as you see.
No,
the
they're
builds are
hitting
gonna
it,
get broken.
like,
This is
on the
bad for
screen.
Wolfies. He needs to get rid of the Marauders. The shots are coming in, down to 11 HP. He's only got 2 builds remaining.
No, he
Watch
does
red place.
kill
He
the
can't build
Marauders.
anymore. Got a player right there in front of him. Sniper shot going to come out, and it
Ooh.
does. But he goes down to a Marauder.
Bruh.
Vato getting picked off there, but the Marauders catching Wolfies out. No builds, no natural cover nearby. Ardent soaking most of the
That
aggression.
was-
Him opting to go down. Ardent will clean up all of that. So good heads up plays by Wolfies to pick up the snipe, but the Marauders ultimately enacting their revenge there. And it can be so difficult when you get caught out by
I'm the
them,
runner at the
particularly
park
in the
today.
open. The builds that will target those and will try and take them out. You're definitely able to kind of ditch them and get rid of aggro when you're around some of the more natural cover on the map, those houses, the bridges, and the stuff that are nearby. But Vato not going to be happy about that. Was trying to get a little bit of a third-party tag there, and Wolfie's punishing him right before he goes down. He says, hey, if I'm going down, you're coming down with me, and will also deny a key elimination point that could have gone over to Ardent. So ultimately, he's going to be upset his game is
'cause
over, but at
the
least he was able to
Marauders
pick up a
versus
little
game, he
bit.
had no
He's now
match.
back on board here with
He
Flois,
uses
and
launch.
as we can see, he's used to fast starts,
Second.
placing first with 5 elims in game 1 of Heats. as well. So let's see if he can turn this confidence into something more, as he is
He
over on the
one-lost him.
northeast side of the zone with plenty of players around him. However, he has priority on the rotation, but not a ton of materials to really do it. You don't want to be forced to burn those metal and the brick here. We refer to those as the hard materials, because once they get built up, they provide that much more defense for you. However, just they're so much harder to get naturally as you move through the map that Flow is finding Cammy there, and you can see immediately he's going to head over there because he's like, hey, I need those mats. I need those refreshers. When we talk about refresher in the term, this is it, because that's going to be refreshing for him.
What a shot and a heads-up play by Flores. He desperately needed that, as well as his ammo was pretty low, too. At least 74 AR. That's not enough going into an in-game competitive Fortnite game. You definitely want to have a little bit more like Noah Riley here. Again, takes off Mr. Savage and now has the loot to show for it. They got coming in clutch with this loot. He's got this player down, though, with those tags. But the big shield going to be popped there. Now Noah has to be careful. He wants to go aggressive. His instinct is to push in with that crash pad and get the aggressive play. But that player back up to full HP. He's got to be careful. Shots go through the edit. Not going to connect on the shots there. Noah over the top. Shots come through. A 71 tag there for Noah. And now he's going in. Crash pad in. It doesn't matter, though. The crash pad is actually going to send him away. He's got to keep the pressure up to keep this player from popping any shields. And he's got the player back and forth, up and down, up and down. He's got the crash pad. He's going in. Shots are going to come through. The player puts a stare over the top of his head. And another good tag there. Noah's not able to find him. Noah's not able to finish him off. This player continuously layer changing, going up and down in between the builds. And Hydro was just trying to run for their life.
Hydro trying to put as much distance as possible, and unfortunately going to go down there. Good job for Noah Riley on the chase. We talk about how important it is to resolve fights, particularly because you don't want that opponent burning those resources, because when you do take them down, they'll drop them there, and you want to get as much as possible. You can see Noah picking up all. Good job, still has 4 crash pads. And one thing you'll note in particular when you're looking at these mid-game fights and what you should be keeping an eye on. Anytime a player has crash pads, that will enable them to push into boxes. You've seen it in 2 different ways, both from the top down, where they throw it against one of those cones because it lets them fall in, and then a perfect example, thank you, Ross Orange, for showing it right there, winning the fight against Hardfind very closely with 6 HP. That's the horizontal crash pad, where you line yourself up on the corner of the walls, you throw it against that corner, and it'll end up landing right behind you, and it pushes you forward into the box, but it won't affect the other player, so it allows you to line up your shot ahead of time, and most times it'll also put you behind them, so they're not able to play defensively, as Orange trying to play defensively here, but Bafo just comes in and says, hey, you didn't have enough time to reset and get your shields up. I will take all that loot. Thank you very much.
And that's the dangers of taking a mid-game fight, is that if you take any damage, you're going to get third-party. Players are going to recognize that shield crack sound, and they're going to move in. But on the other hand, look at Lewick. He took that fight, got out, and now he's on the move. That's Carrot! Drew Lewick has been cracked. Look at the box separation that he just did there from Carrot. Going to tie him time to possum, and he's the stare with the top is not his. He does get a nice layer change coming out and above, but he doesn't have enough time to pop the big shield. He's just looking to try to pop another mini, and he does get it off, and now he's looking for a shot. He needs to put the pressure back on to Carrot, because if not, then he's just going to keep. Carrot decides, you know what? Not worth my time, not worth my materials, not worth my HP. I'm going to disengage.
Yeah, this is kind of crapping up.
Carrot had kind of kept pressing.
If you want to watch FNCS, just type out Fortnite on YouTube.
There are only 20
if you just type
total
up,
builds coming out, but that also means if you are able to take him down, you're not.
So let's play a game with those. Nothing. Just saying to my dad. No, it's just because I was talking quiet. Da 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 da. No, that's 12 comments. The little person is yours. Yeah. Just go back down to the start. It's like, hi, it's great. I always click on the notification. Okay, I'm on my phone. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. Okay, not gonna talk. Okay, why? Do you want me to? I mean, yeah. Yeah. I went from having 3 viewers to 0 viewers in the space of 10 minutes, but I don't care, really. If you have saw my first ever YouTube video, I will add you on just actually nah, because how would I know you? I don't know. You have an idea. If you go down, if you go watch my first ever YouTube video, it should be called Plane vs Brutes minigame or something like that. And if you watch it, if you have TikTok, send me a TikTok at YTMaps-on-Sticks. And if you do that, I will add you on Fortnite, or if you don't play Fortnite, I'll add you on COD, I'll add you on whatever. If you select COD Warzone. Yeah. I have an idea. If you are my 15th subscriber, and you watched my last video and send me a TikTok of you watching my last video, you subscribing to me, turning post notifications on for my 15th subscriber, I will, if you're on PlayStation, oh there's a mythic chest up there, if you're on PlayStation, I will add you as a thing of my friend, or if you're on Xbox, I'll add you, or if you're on Xbox, I don't know. If you're on PS4, then I'll issue it. Seriously, using Chuck sponsors without me. There's always people in the earth. How? Were you throwing me to... Wait, I just hit you for 68 damage, or 64 damage. Oh, there's a gas. There's a... Wait. Yeah, I'll come. Oh yeah, that's right. Wait, did you see that? I hit him for 95 and then yeah. Oh yeah, I see it earlier. Guess what? Or this is for my stream, but you might. But I was at the park today with all my friends, and they told me to go off on this container thing, and I was too scared to jump down. But then my friend, or not really my friend, but the person in the class above me, in school, he held my phone, so I didn't get scared. I can have this silver. Where are they? Yes, I know, but I get this kill. Oh my! Excuse? That was... Nah, wait, I'm gonna heal up to 100 quick. Should take only 20 more seconds. When you don't know what to do in Fortnite, go to Slurpy Swamps and just sit in this. If you sit in it long enough, I've heard a like button comes out of it, and if you click it, then it turns blue. Like, what? Like, is that math? Okay, wait. I'm gonna go get the squad. I'm not supposed to leave the squad. Oh. Take that. Take it, take it. No, just put this. Where do I want to drive? I heard a hunting rifle shot somewhere. I heard a hunting rifle shot from somewhere. I think it was over right there. So let's wait, come back to this. I've actually done a live stream today, but it was only for like 5 minutes. So that's my game has been really bad. Hello, taxi. Oh, you have Lamborghini. That's cool. Okay, let's go. Wait, get him in here. Get him in here, pal. Fashion. Wait. I edited so fast I made the wall invisible. Cal, look, the wall's invisible. My camera doesn't want me. Okay, let's go. Be a good driver, okay? We definitely pass my driver. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, you hit the mountain, oh my god. Yeah, I wanna go in. Wait, go forward. Wait, actually, can you do this? Wait, go forward a tiny bit. Nice. Yes, I will do that. Russia! Yes, hello, I'm Russia! If I see people then I just have to get Can you turn the music off? Because I don't want to get copyrighted. See, when you're streaming with friends, that's just Wait, there's a flare gun! Bye bye. This entire game, all I've had is a blue tag, a flare gun, and a scar. We can win this game, you know, for the stream and the team. It's a wild bot fight! Yes, I killed him inside the car. Wait, there's more. Good job. Wait, how many kills do you have? Wait, I'm getting that. We should hit a trick shot at the end of this game, honestly. But obviously, you aren't. No, okay. No, you aren't. Okay. As long as we hit a trick shot, that's a success. Wait, I have found a wild player. I cannot help you. Yeah, sure. Actually, can I? Yes. I tried to trick shot them, but those weren't the good people. Wait. Golden charge? How did I miss? Oh, perfect. Wait, do you want a blue tag? Same. Let's go get the supply drop. I know they're insane, aren't they? What if the supply drop has a golden charge? Let's go for 10 kills. Wait, how many kills do you have? Shit, I have beats right now. Wait, I'm just getting this, Oh, come on, wait, there's a character? No. There's like 3 bullets here. Callus needs help, but there's like 6 people here. Yeah, you do that. Where the hell is it? Oh, come on, there's 2 there, But you know what, I'm gonna, Oh, I have no map. And the order of the utility. I need maps, wait, I need maps. Okay, no, I got some. Wait, all I need is wood. Or metal. Either. There's more over. What? Yeah, come on. Wait, they just placed the launch over here, let's just chill back here. Because they look like they're not building that much. Good job. Yeah, let's push it. He's a solo. Wait, oh, yes, it's shotgun. I've got shotgun. His teammate. I just took 4 damage. Yeah, sure. Well, actually, do you want Kurt's shotgun and I get Kurt's launcher? Well, actually, do you know what? Yeah. Or I could get both. Okay, bandages there. Wait, can I get it? Wait, I'll get you. Shotgun. There. Look, there's shotgun. Wait, do you have a launch? Oh, come on, what do you do? That's good. That I can use for trick shot. Wait, my friend. There's only another 2 dudes left. I think we've got this in the bag, not gonna lie. They got us down low. Pretty sure there's people up on the mountain. Wait, I'll see where they are. There's no people next to us. Wait, then where are they? Yeah. Whenever I invite him, he never joins, okay? They come up here. Oh, wait, they're on the mountain. Oh, come on, Axel. Oh, come on, I just hit the 2 twice. Okay, yellow. Oh, wait. Yeah, they're not bots. Should we get out of here? Yeah, let's get out of here. How are you? Oh, wait, there's enough. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. You went further. White. Oh. Wait, how much ammo do you have for your rocket? Wait, launch us over to them there. Wait, launch us over to there. Okay, wait, you ready? 3, 2, 1, wait, you have 6 launches? What? Wait, you have 6 launches? Oh. Oh, no, wait, he's pushing me, I can't figure out that. Wait, it's last. Wait. Oh, come on, you died to storm, seriously, bro? You died to storm. You died to storm. How many is that? I got 10. Wait, don't you need to go in the shower? Well. We nearly got a 20 bomb. Okay, where did we land that time? Oh yeah, Slurpee. Slurpee is always the god drop. Like, if you add Slurpee, you're the best. And you don't lose. And I mean it, you do not lose. Yeah, wait, I didn't even get knocked once. I'm just so annoyed he died to downstairs. We're back. Wait, what? We're back in season 7. What? Bro, I got the season 7 loading screen. Gold Midas. Skin from season 9. Skin from season 3. Skin from... I don't know. This season. And then look at that right there. That is a skin from season 7. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Ah. Ah. Yeah, now you're talking. Well, let's just hope no one comes at Dory. Yep, there's definitely... No, Salty Smoking tested them down. Sorry. Friends, I can't make it. Are you thinking I'm thinking? What? My chopper! My chopper! I'm coming! Uh-oh. That's 21 HP. Bro, my hell is 21 HP. Oh! Bro. That was cool. I like that. I said, you know what? Uh-oh. What did he... No. Sure. I'm going... Iba... Mama... Zuzuzu. Ima... Mama... Zuzuzu. Oh, I just got Jules the Wilder style. Huh. Cool. I'm gonna end stream since no one's watching, so I mean, bye stream.